Okay guys, let's take a look at solving two-step equations. Based on what I have here, I can tell that when I solve, I know this is going to have to be x equals to something, because that's the only variable I have. So my job is to work one at a time to get x by itself. So if I look at this first piece, usually we get rid of any add or subtract first. So I can see right now that I have this plus 7, so I'm going to do the opposite operation. So I'm going to subtract 7. Whatever I do to one side of the equal, I have to do the other. So this will cancel. Be left with 2x on this side. On the other side, negative 3 and negative 7 is going to be negative 10. Now I need to get rid of this 2. So our next piece is usually to get through multiply or divide. So to get rid of this 2, I know that that is 2 times x. So the opposite of multiplying by 2 would be dividing. This is going to cancel out, and I'll be left with x. Negative 10 divided by 2 is going to be negative 5. So I have negative 5 as my answer. Now remember, I should be able to take this number and go back and plug it in, and that should work in that equation. Which means if this is the equation right here, I should be able to take the x out, and I should be able to put the negative 5 in there, and I should be able to check it out. So 2 times negative 5 is negative 10. And if I add 7 to that, it's going to equal negative 3. So I know that my answer checks out. Let's take a look at one more. Here is another one. Okay, so remember on these, we have to get rid of add or subtract first. So there's a positive 8, or subtracting 8 that's here. So I'm going to add 8 to both sides. When I do this, cancels. So it's negative 4p equals 0 plus 8 is going to be 8. Then to get rid of this negative 4 that's here, that's negative 4 times p. So I'm going to divide by negative 4. So the negative and the p cancel, or 4. I'm going to be left with just p. 8 divided by negative 4 is going to be negative 2. Now remember, on this problem, if I think this really works, I should be able to take my equation and plug it back in. So this negative 2 is going to go where p is. So right here, negative 4 times negative 2 is going to be 8. And I subtract 8 from that, and I get 0. So I know my answer checks out. Okay, hope this helps.